Oh, hi there. About 3 or 4 days ago, I was listening too much to the news and reading different things, different articles on Facebook and all around, and listening to this person and that person. And I suddenly felt like I'm starting to feel full of anxiety and feel, I just felt panic, a sense of panic, worry, and and it just started to sort of overcome me in a way. And so I thought, oh my god, what am I going to do? So I thought, well, actually, people come to me, they have readings, or sessions on Skype or the phone, or they come to see me in person for me to connect in spiritually and help them along their spiritual path, along their journey, and give them spiritual guidance. And I thought, alright, I need to sit down and get my own guidance. So I sat with my guides and I said, I'm going to pick up 3 cards, where we are now, where we're going next, and the outcome to do with this coronavirus, what's going on. I have to admit, I was quite worried because I thought if it's just complete heavier and heavier and heavier cards, it's just going to spiral my mind, into kind of complete panic even more, really. But anyway, I sat there, and then basically, I did this for us all, but I was just looking in general, not for myself in general, really. But it wasn't about me posting on Facebook or on social media. But the last few days, I felt like someone was telling me to do it, to post a video about it. And I remember the cards, because I just remember the cards. I don't usually remember what cards I pick out for people, but sometimes, well, I don't really remember the cards, but I did remember these 3 cards. So I thought I post a video, and I thought it might just give someone a bit of clarity, a bit of understanding of what I feel, and what I picked up. So the first card I picked up around us was the 9 of Swords. When I looked at this, I thought, oh shit, right, okay, this is serious. This is kind of like heavy stuff going on at the moment. So, I thought, oh, take a deep breath, And I mean, I know we know it, but I suppose there's a part of us that hopes it's just a bloody horrible nightmare. And then when I looked again, I thought, right, okay, do what you do when you're in your readings. I don't just read from the cards, I'm looking at what else I got. So the first thing I was drawn to, how he is shielding his ears. And I thought, okay, that's really interesting, because I was absorbing all this energy, negativity, this news, this, and it was just really wearing me down. So I suddenly thought, what we've got to do is be aware of what's going on, what we need to do, but don't absorb anything else, really, because we can't do that. We need to be careful of our own mental health at the moment. One thing, he stood still. Things will change. Time will pass. I kept getting drawn to this clearing here. So the cloud of uncertainty, of heaviness, of being fearful and scared is about to pass, but it's still dark, so we're unsure about where we're going in next. What I did start to notice in the last few days as well, actually, is the media putting more positive stories of this older person's come through, and this, rather than they're all going to die, and I think it's just because they realise that people are getting into fear, are getting into worry, are scared, and all their rational, normal way of behaving goes completely out the window, and they turn into sort of like crazy people, fighting over loo rolls and stuff like that. So I think the media probably thought we need to add some positive things in to stop, probably the government as well, to stop riots and chaos going off around, actually, because people were just going to blind panic. So I was drawn to kind of how we absorb our information, what we need to listen to, what we need to be aware of. Bigger picture things going on as well, actually. It's like behind the scenes. We won't really know exactly what this is all about, but stuff going on behind the scenes. What we need to do is stand still, stand in our truth, focus on what's around us, who's around us, focus on what we need to do, but stand independently in a sense and do what's right for you, your family and friends, etc., etc. But it is not worth getting caught up in complete fear or worry. That's going to do you no favours at all. And if you suffer from mental health problems, if you're an anxious person, if you're a sensitive soul, this is going to really wobble you. So bring some lightness into this if you can. Watch something that makes you laugh, listen to some music that's uplifting, try and listen to a guided meditation, connect your spirituality. This is a time now to connect to your faith, your truth. It's a time to connect to other people. So when I looked at this card, I thought, yeah, a lot of heaviness going on. But when I looked deeper, I thought, okay, it's time for a shield now. We know what's going on, It is. I did get quite a sinister feeling, but with people, not with like government stuff as well. Actually, it felt very kind of like, news and all those things just kind of making us go all a little bit off the boil, really. But basically, I'm drawn to how his feet, he looked very firm, he stood there, he's not moving. So this is what you've got to do, just got to be, and suddenly time will pass and changes will come. This was the first card. So when I looked at this, I was thinking, oh my god, so the first card's heavy. What's the second card going to be like? So the second card I picked out was also a sword, but the Four of Swords. So what I was very much drawn to with this card is about how we've gone from standing up, hands on ears, very uncomfortable, to sitting down, kind of a bit more calmer. Still things are unclear, but look how light it is. It's gone clear. So we go to things being, we know, okay, we're all aware of what's going on. Soon we know exactly the best way to manoeuvre forward, still be unsure, but actually clarity will come. The world will start revolving again because it has to. So suddenly there's light here, see? The clouds are moving forward, there's lightness. He sat down, a bit calmer than this card, but there's still uncertainty because the land is still dry and arid. So it's time to focus on the job in hand and what needs to be done. I did feel with this one, it's still a sense of kind of cautiousness and also kind of like feeling that isolation still, really. So I think once things move on, the months move forward, I think April, I think I listened to an astrology that might say come April, mid-April, could be a bit more clarity. I mean, the end of this month, and probably next week, I think we go into the sign of Aries, which gets things done, gets things moving, which has been in Pisces, which is heavy stuff, heavy. So we're moving into the sign of Aries, so that might get things moving. And to me, with this card, it's like all of a sudden like a wind blows, and suddenly things start to get easier around. But we're still unsure about what we're doing. But we need to focus on the job at hand. We need to focus on ourselves. This is a time to really focus on yourself, focus on where you're going, and focus on your kind of sort of like journey about your next step in your progress with your life, in a sense, really. Because I think what this period has done is going to make everyone feel very differently and look at their life differently and seek different sort of answers and stuff like that for who they are, where they want to go, what they want to do, So this just tells me that practically and stuff like that, there'll be a different way of us living, a different way of doing things. But also it might just be a sense of kind of things clearing and just feeling quite exhausted after an emotional, intense time. So that's why it's important at the moment we do watch our health and our mental health, because when things do start to sort of like clear and get easier, that's when we can get sort of like a bit of a kickback. So make sure you do take your time to rest, recharge and switch off. It's very tricky, but try to do this. So And then suddenly, you know, you pick up all the swords and off you go on the next journey. So when I saw those two cars, I thought, okay, this is really heavy. This one, I'm not a fan of the swords, but it's lighter. You know, it looks a bit lighter. Still unsure, but actually feeling a bit more calmer about certain situations and thinking, okay, we've overcome the worst. So I thought, okay, what's the third one going to bring? Because the third one is going to be the one that brings in the outcome. And I have to say, I was a bit anxious, thinking, what if it's something kind of heavy or really negative and stuff like that, you know? So the third one was the card of Temperance. And I had a bit of a sigh of relief, thinking, phew, beautiful Temperance. Now, I always have a strong connection to this card because I think this is quite a really magical card. But I don't think she kind of sort of like comes bombarding in like some of the major arcana card. I think the Temperance breezes on in like a slow breeze, and then suddenly over a matter of time, months, weeks, months, a year, she suddenly brings order and she brings balance and she brings clarity. She brings a new sense of way you look at your life, way you do your life, connected to nature, connected to your heart chakra, connected to your emotions. She restores faith, she restores a bit of peace, she brings harmony back, but usually kind of been through a bit of a battle. And here we are now looking over at our land thinking, now we can, you know, plant the seeds again. So a very, very magical card, I have to say. So going from very heavy to things feeling like the world's ending to actually saying, no, this is going to bring out the best in people and make a lot of people change. Some people won't give a toss, they carry on as they are, but a lot of people are going to really, really think about their life, who they are, and realise that we are all linked. When I looked at these cards together, I felt like what's going to happen is we will step out and we'll step out into our communities, into our towns, our villages, into our cities. Each of us will be connected back into our cities, into our towns, and we will unite in a sense, like with local businesses and stuff like that, and do things maybe in our cities. As time progresses forward, we will travel more, and then we will start traveling again a bit more, and we will also have a connection to people in other countries, because what's gone on around us now is going to really unite us in a way, and we'll have that sense of, God, we've all gone through this hideous experience. We all understand the fear, the worry. We will have that kind of connection, you know, where we've lost the connections over the last few years and stuff like that. So this is really going to connect us back. So Temperance would say that, you know, and it's been a sad time for people that have lost people and stuff like that. You know, it's horrible, but there should be some vaccine or something, I feel, that will be out soon, quicker than what we think. Changes will come. It's like a wind blows something, so I don't know if suddenly the weather changes, gets hotter, and you know, and suddenly this virus suddenly disperses. But and then I just think there's a real unity as well. You know, and I think some people are going to really feel that energy. And what Temperance will want you to do is to hold on to that and keep it there. Don't suddenly, like a year down the line or 2 years down the line, forget about this experience. It's important for us to keep our balance. And if you've noticed that the world is starting to kick back now, because we need to take care of it, we need to take care of each other. So Temperance is bringing harmony back in as well. I think people are going to connect to the heart. I think people are going to realise how important having people in their life. When I think of more people are going to get in relationships, get married, I think more people are going to have babies. You know, I just think as time goes on, it would just connect people with the heart chakra. Those that really want to change and evolve, you know, those that don't, then I guess they just stay the same. But yeah, so basically what I was going to say to you, you know, when I picked up these cards, I was like quite worried, thinking, my God, I'm feeling very anxious. Do I really want to see what might be coming up? And the first card was like, whoa, you know. So it's time to put some music on, listen to something, you know. Everything's going online. Maybe people, I've heard a lot of people saying, oh, I'm going to shut down, and I know a lot of countries already are going to shut down. I can do this, I can do that, you know. Time to recharge, time to read that book, time to write that book, time to connect, you know, with people online, checking with friends and having good conversations. Time to see how other people are. It's not time to be selfish, because I think this is the worst thing, you know. Of course you go into panic and you might be stuck in, and but I mean, do you really need 1,000 toilet rolls? No, you know. I mean, the hand sanitizers, I use that anyway. Can't find one anywhere. I know I use it every day. So maybe it just makes some people aware that their hygiene needs to step up, because you know, we should all be washing our hands anyway and keeping things clean. But this is such a beautiful magic card, but like I say, it kind of really makes sense to me, because whenever this comes out into reading, she brings changes. A slow breeze of change comes into your life until suddenly it's changed completely, but it's subtle, and this is what's happening. So remember, look, this is where we are now, okay? Let's not get too much into fear. Be aware of what we got to do. Keep the distance, wash your hands, you know, don't get into fear. Fear lowers the immune system. You need to be strong now. Do something positive, like, you know, if you keep drinking lots of water. As I did read somewhere, I mean, there's a lot of stories. Drink a lot of hot liquids, you know, just keep your throat lubricate, a lot of hot liquids, and green tea, coffee, or whatever. Just keep these things going. And then if you see, look, the cloud is moving. Each day, each week that passes, things are clearer. The world, when I say the world, I say the, you know, the leaders, the so-called leaders of the world, will want to get back on track and will do anything to get this out of the way. And of course I know, and I just feel all of a sudden we will see a drastic decline in things and stuff like that. But I think it's going to take a while, and then like I said, then I think we're going to connect in where we live, go out and have coffee, go out, people go to the bars, and wherever you are, whether you're in a small village, whether you're in a town, whether you're in a city, but in your own country, you will really connect with that and start to utilize it all, and you know, in a real connection with your community, you know, with your country. And then people will travel more again, and then they connect with people from different continents and have that connection of like, wow, again, like I said, you know, we've all been on a bit of a journey, and it's a journey we're all frightened and scared of, and you know, and we all went through it, we all understood what exactly was going on, because we lived it, you know. So I just want to make sure that we don't get lost in our fear and worry and stuff like that. We must do what we're meant to do. I mean, I have done quite a few, had a few clients recently, and there was a lot of like recharging, taking time out, you know, and even before this come up, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. So there's definitely a time of reflection. So this is a really beautiful card, and end on this card, because you know, Temperance is just such a beautiful card and a magical card. And I always used to say about Temperance, she's kind of understated, because she's not the, well, she is a powerhouse, but she's not the big ones come bolting in, you know. She slowly brings in changes. She restores harmony, and she restores faith, and she restores heart, you know. But it's up to us when we get to this point to remember this as we move forward. I'm very much drawn to the land. It's time for us to love the planet and enjoy it. Be out in nature, that's the most magnificent thing. And be loving and caring to each and every person. You know, it's time now, really. I think this virus has shown us that how like we're out of control. We're scared, it's not in our control. But we can unite, we can help. And you know, we're already seeing you know, people helping other people and stuff like that. And we've got amazing nurses and doctors out there, and the frontline carers and supporters helping people. You know, these people are amazing, and what would we do without them? You know, so we've got all these wonderful people out there, and people are trying to do their best, but it's not going to do us any favours if we are completely in fear. You know, so come on, let's just try all the healers out there, all you healers, which you're probably doing it now. Just sit and keep putting healing out to kind of the planet now, healing out so this virus goes. But when I saw this temperance, I think a wind of change is coming in. Things will change. So just hold on, keep your faith. And I know some of you have had some difficult times, and I know there's been many deaths over this situation. So you know it's no laughing matter. It is a really scary thing. But let's just hold on now and do what we should do. If we have to hunker down, if we have to, if we have to just be a bit careful and cautious, that's fine. What temperance in the other card I felt like was a 4 as well, actually, is we get a bit of fresh air. That's quite good, actually, the fresh air. I think we're just gonna appreciate more of the normal things we race around and stuff like that, and sometimes we don't acknowledge a beautiful tree, some beautiful flowers, you know, the swan on the river, you know, and this is what we start to do as well. But you must unite, because I think the cards want people to unite with people. So, you know, even if it's like you're stuck in and you're feeling lonely or something, maybe set up a Facebook page for people that want to chat to people and stuff like that. You know, people will love all that. There's no need for us to be isolated, even if we are meant to be stuck in. So just wanted to pass this on. Like I said, this wasn't meant to be for a video to upload. It was what I picked out because I needed to know, and then I felt like someone said I had to show whoever wants to see this video what I picked up, because it might really help. And the most beautiful thing is, I can say to you, is that temperance comes into our life and she brings in peace and harmony, you know, after a trying, troubled time. I don't think things are going to go back to the way they were. I think things will change, but I think it's because we will change and we will be more kinder. And I think that's the magical thing. So temperance will bring in something positive from something quite negative. So just keep your faith, keep your trust, don't lose heart now. Reach out to anyone if you need help, support, guidance. You know, don't suffer alone, because you know a lot of people, you know, might like to go for a run. Like I like to get the fresh air and stuff like that, or go to the gym. If you can't, it can interfere with our mental health and stuff like that. So find a guided meditation, or you know, just do these things, because things change, don't they? Things change. Nothing stays the same. And we're obviously going into more deeper phase, but I think this is really connecting to the heart chakra eventually. We're still in, you know, we're still in the 9 of Swords. You know, so I'm not in any way giving you any like false belief. We're still in this, but we end. We don't end with the 4 of Swords. We end with the beautiful temperance.